Hello and welcome to Babble of Girl Sits and Knits, episode 164. My name is Meg and I will be your host. You're joining me here on Saturday the 20th. It's been an age. Working from home is interesting because it's just weird to podcast when other people are literally sitting on the couch next to you. So I'm taking advantage of a little lie-in so that I can just talk about this entire baby pile / gift pile that I've been working on because one, I want to pack things, and two, it just keeps growing. So I am drinking out of my little fox mug. I mean little, no, it's huge. This huge fox mug that can hold almost a half pot of coffee. And I am drinking just some Weiss French vanilla decaf. I'm out of all my fun flavors and I'm sick of s'mores. I can't do s'mores anymore from Bones. I've just had it so often. And it doesn't seem to go with any of my creamers. Anyway, welcome. We have no knit-alongs going on right now and there's no admin to go through, so I'm going to jump right in to the hi, I've missed you, it's cold. I am wearing my pumpkin patch by me, and it still fits over the bump. Benefits of acrylic stretchy yarn, right? But yeah, so you can see the pumpkins there, and this is a DK sort of worsted weight sweater, and it's 1 year old. I think November was its birthday last year, so I think it's 1 year old now. That's crazy. Well, thank you so much for everybody who's done the pumpkin thing. I actually should probably throw it up on sale for kicks because it's the end of November and we'll do maybe like a 20% off Black Friday thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's my pumpkin patch. And I knit it in Hunter. This one is Yosemite in Lion Brand. And then Avocado in Knit Picks. Currant in Knit Picks, and then the orange is the same here, and I really love it. Really love it. I think you could probably get away with it with the color Spice for the pumpkins if you wanted to do it all Knit Picks, but this is still comparable price. I think it's like $3-4 a ball, and they're very pretty, and they're my favorite shade to do pumpkin hats in. I digress. Anyway, I do have lots to share with you. So let's start with finished objects. Okay, so let's start with the bulkiest things. I don't even know where to start because there's such a pile in front of me right now. I crocheted up a little baby blanket for my sister-in-law. Oh, I'm dropping things. It's a label. I'll get it later. Everything on the floor is pretty much dead to me. I am 8 months pregnant. So I have crocheted her up a baby blanket for her coming new one. Very excited. It's just a big square, but it's very squishy and I love the yarn. It's one of those big fuzzy Bernat balls. I'm looking at the other one. I have two that were in this, so I think I was thinking of making it huge, or perhaps I was thinking of making two, but I've already made myself one, so I don't need another one, so we're good. From there, all right, that's a whip there. Let's get into that's on the bottom. Okay, then okay, I'll grab both of them and the ball. So in Rico Baby, I got this gift from Camille in France. I think she was in Paris. We did a swap back in 2016, and I've just held on to this yarn since then. It was the first like swap that I did on my podcast, pretty much. It was really special, and she like wrapped everything. I still remember she wrapped everything so beautifully, and there was tea. And there were those little hippo, they actually they've started coming over here now. What are they called? Kinder? No. Yes, they're Kinder, but oh, they're Kinder Bueno. Yeah, there were Kinder Buenos in there. Oh my God. It was before they were in our grocery stores and I was in love with them. So I went ahead and knit up a baby hat. So this is the size 7 blocker that I use for hats. You can see it's a little bit larger than that. So I'm gonna say that this is about an 8, comparable to my free cozy cable hat collection. This one is 64 stitches. I actually knit it top down. I used my plushy planets cast on and down the top. So this is actually a planet, except I just didn't make it round and finish it off. I just stopped and did a rolled hem, just bound off loosely. And it's very tiny. And the reason it's very tiny is I have no idea how big a baby head is in the hospital. It always looks like those hats don't fit them. So my original hat, I had knit bottom up with crown decreases and a little tie. And you can see the difference here. I just have no idea what I'm gonna need. So I used the whole ball. I made 2 hats. I think both will go with me to the hospital. I hope that the head is not this big. Though, I mean, like, okay, so this is a yarnet. It's 16 to 17 inches around. A baby head comes out in between 13 and 15, I've read. So we'll see. Because that kind of fits a 16, doesn't it now? Either way, there's another ball in here. That's why it's making noise. I have a Christmas ball that I have intentions for. It was sizing my planets, and now I don't want to drop it because it's glass. Not the yarn, the Christmas ball. I didn't want to drop it. I'm very clumsy nowadays. Not that I wasn't always, but I'm very excited. It's really adorable. I did not block either of these yet, so they're still a little lumpy from the increases. I think if I just wash them before we go, it'll be good. But I made a really tiny hat, just in case. Really tiny is the way the head comes out. And then, okay, so that was Rico Baby. I can tuck this over here now. So much. All right, then let's grab a hanger. So, it is done. It is finished. It's knit in the, I keep saying Prudence, but I think it's actually Dorcas colorway from the Salem collection Sabrina collection that Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn did. It is a fantastic kind of red plum pullover sweater, top down, and what's the other word? Drop shoulder. And I went ahead and added in ribbing for the neckline. I had ribbing on there, and then I read that statistic about baby heads, and I started trying to fit head pieces, like the head that I have, the yarnet that I have, through the neck, and I was having trouble even at the yarnet. That was kind of tight, and I was like, ooh, this ribbing isn't going to work. So it was added on. So I simply ripped that out. I just cut and just started undoing it. So I ripped that out, and I went up to like a 5, 6, or 7, and I redid the ribbing. It can fit over this size head, which is 17 inches, and 17 inches is the head size of my 2-year-old niece. So this is sized for 24 months, meaning I need it to fit over probably a 17-inch head. It has not been blocked, so there's a slight chance that there'll be a little bit of relaxation. Especially in that case, I want the neck to be large enough. So I do have more yarn. If this neckline, you know, starts not working, I can rip it out. I can re-knit one. I want to make sure that I put that yarn in a safe place. I might have a box going of either like sock yarns that I want to use for him, or like yarns to mend or repair things that I've knit. So I might have a baby box that holds specifically yarns that I know I'll need to find, or like a bin or something. Like I think I want to like call them all together and just bin them, so that I can find them later and I will know where to look. I ended up doing, yes, I did end up doing short row shaping on the sleeves. So I did not knit straight out. I did a cap sleeve till about there, and then I knit straight down. And I sized this to a 24-month long sleeve hoodie, no, sweater that we bought at Target. So these sleeves, though they are shorter than I would have recommended in my own pattern, personally I think longer sleeves are always a better idea because they keep growing, but I sized it to pattern for the 24-month. And again, I have more yarn. I can always just rip out at the cuff, knit more, keep it going. Because the body itself is like 22 or 24 inches and it hasn't even been blocked yet. I'm gonna embroider a letter on here, and then it'll be finished, but I am going to save that for way later. So I just wanted to show you my finished object, and I'm very pleased with it. It's very soft, and I can't wait to block it because I think that my stitches will relax even more, but the whole thing is very soft. I think I knit it on a 7 or an 8. But it's just, oh, it's just so cozy. So I got to get a good photo of it and then embroider it and then pack it away. So very exciting. So that one's ours. And the first one was Kimmy's, and the baby hats were ours. And then for another friend, I gifted, this might look familiar, it's a smaller version. This one's only 50, 60 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Might be 64. No, I think it's smaller than 64. Anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere. This is a rainbow baby hat. It is a lot smaller than my first one because I wanted the baby to be able to wear it in February and not have to like wait until month 6, which would be June, and then that would be pointless. So I'm going straight from like a 0 to 3 to a 1-year-old, 1 to 2 in hats for this couple. So it's really cute. I'm very excited. I want to knit her more rainbow baby things. They're really sweet. Okay, then Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn had knit us this adorable kind of tweed sweater with has like this orange sort of trim on it, and it's the Gramps cardigan from Tin Can Knits, and it's so cute. Well, I was stash diving and I found this one from Lion Brand. I didn't have any tweed in my shop stash, so I went ahead and I knit one of my Cozy Cable collection in a very small size. This actually kind of hurt my hands, and I think it's because I was trying a new pattern. So if you see, I was trying to add some pearls in between to create like these like figure 8s, but the that cable cross was really hard on my thumbs. I've been diagnosed with like pregnancy carpal tunnel. But I've been told to be careful of my thumb, my pinky, my elbow, so that it doesn't become carpal tunnel, which nobody wants. So I went ahead and did this, but basically it didn't really work the way I wanted it to. I do like that the stitches go right into the ribbing. That part is nice, but yeah, it was just really hard on my hands. I'm not sure if it was the combination of like small circumference fat yarn could have been. There is enough. I'm probably gonna make another hat larger, closer to like a 1 to 2 year size, because this one is obviously very short, and it's gonna be good for that like January, February, maybe March, and then it might start getting like up here on the ears, and we'll see. It's gonna be a learning curve, but I am very excited, and I think that I think it would be really, really cute. Did I do this? Yeah, I did this bottom up like a hat. Love it. So this is going to go with, it doesn't match exactly, but it would go with that outfit. So I made that, and then I've just been crazy knitting. I was on a hat kick for like 3 weeks, and I grabbed some of the Yosemite color from Lion brand because I had it. I was going to knit a sweater, and then I changed my mind on that sweater. I still think I need a sweater in this color, but I changed my mind on that, and then I wanted to try something new. So I did a 4x2 ribbing, and it flows right into my Cozy Cable Collection hat. So that's an option if you like how this looks. It would fit something similar to these. I actually got the head here. You might as well model it. Doop. So this one's kind of beanie style, not really slouchy, but I do think that it needs a pom-pom. So I'm gonna go stash diving because this one is spoken for, but this kind of color, maybe not this big because this hat is particularly small. It's not like weighting it, yeah, but it's really cute. Oh my man. So this one is ready to go once I get a pom-pom on it. I'm really loving the harvest color here. Really, really am. And I did 5 crosses, 5 cable crosses on there. I think it probably could have used more ribbing if you wanted to have it fold up or if you wanted it to be slouchy, but this beanie I think will be very wearable. So I'm very excited about that. I just keep putting things over here. Then last week I went, no, week before, 2 weeks, gosh. It was the first week in November, and I went to the Frederick Fiber Festival. So cute. I've never been. It's really close to our house now, so it was no problem, even if I wasn't feeling well, to come home, which was great. Maryland Sheepable is also pretty close to me. It's like 24 or something minutes, so like it's really not that far, but it was just so nice. This one was even closer. And I got this yarn, and this is from Frogget. Oh, is that that's the label I dropped. It's from Frogget Yarns. This is their Merino DK. It's 100% superwash merino, 231 yards, 4-ply DK weight in Raspberry Romantic. And I actually knit somebody else's pattern for a change. This is the Latu hat, L-A-T-U, and it has some really sweet decreases at the top, and they kind of like floof into this like really round, squishy top, so it isn't your regular decreasing. I did do a little bit, I think I followed to pattern for her instructions on like decreasing in here, but it looks really cute. The cables were easy. I took it on a date night. Can you see? Where am I? Yeah. Yeah, really sweet. And that is where this pom-pom is going to live. It's like a raspberry cream. Very excited. The only reason that this was not sewn on last weekend is because the needle that I had was not thin enough to fit through, and I can't find my itty bitty ones, my really skinny ones. So I'm still on the hunt for that, but this is where this is going to live, and I'm so close to having it done. I really want it done, because I really want to just be wearing it. It is just, it was wonderful yarn. I didn't even block it. I don't usually fuss with hats and blocking because they tend to fit just fine, unless they need it, which this one doesn't seem to, but super obsessed with that. I had a little leftover, and so I made a little matching cowl for Gypsy. So this is the Raspberry Romantic again. I used the same Latu pattern right up the neck. My only issue is when she wears it, it rolls like this. So it like cannot hold its stuff together. I'm thinking I might have to just pick up along one side, knit double, fold it inside, and make it double thick. That way it would be less likely to roll in on itself. Do you agree with me? And I'm out of the yarn. I only had like a little bit left, and I let that go, so whoops. That probably would have been the little bit I needed, but anyway. I'm thinking I will probably just use a gray or something that will not interfere with the yarn at all, but it is very sweet. Knit her a little cowl, and she looks so cute just sitting there with it, but it has to sit flat. So we have matching cowl sets. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, it's not really a color that goes with much of what's in the baby's wardrobe. So I was like hemming and hawing. I was like, I really don't want to. Gifting it is tough because then you're asking somebody else to take care of hand-dyed yarn, and maybe they don't know how or wouldn't or whatever. And then I was like, oh wait, I have a girl. I have a girl, and I will take care of it. So that's working out fine. I had 2 of these, and now I have 1 because I already put 1 in a Christmas box and sent it off. So this is 2 by 2 ribbing. Oh gosh, I cannot get this to bend the way I want it to. I think I want it to go this way. Yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. That looks better. There it is. Again, a nice palm on the back of this would just, I think, finish that off lovely. I have to go through my pom-pom collection. I know I've got some. Okay. And this, Ash, if you're watching it back, you just finished this sweater cast on, and it didn't Mobius. Congratulations, we're very excited for you. Yay! This is from KnitCrate, and it is super soft, super squishy. It is, did I get that right? Yeah. So this is Mimosa. It's an 80-20 alpaca tencel, bulky weight, 125 yards. It is Audine Woods Mellow, and I had 2 balls of it, and I didn't know what to do with them. So I knit 2 cable hats, and I haven't been more thrilled. And so one has already gone away, the other one is still here because I am going to be packing that up. But it's so soft, so soft. I'm really in love with it. I'm absolutely obsessed with how it knit up. It does have a lot of floof. Kind of feel like I'm getting a little extra floof as I pet it, but it worked out beautifully. So, I mean, I'm shamelessly plugging my cozy cable hat, but it's free, so I'm not even asking you to spend anything. It's just like, go get something free for yourself, and it's really fun. The end. I don't know what else to say. I really enjoyed getting these Christmas gifts done early. So I have, I had 3 hats that were done with the baby hat as well. That was a gift. And I love this, but I do think it needs a pom-pom. I do. All right, so I talked about that. Oh my goodness. Okay. These were also from the Fiber Festival. I met some really nice people. This one was one of the cards I got. You knit sew. Oh, good. I do have Frogget yarns. And give that a little flip. Just pause the video, take any information you need. All right. And then I also got, I got some 29 bridges, which I'm really excited about. Got a cute little stitch marker. Attach that. Itty bitty stitch marker. These are some of the cards that I picked up while I was on my travels. And then I got, oh, it came off of its little pin thing. Oh no, it was placed in here. I got the last one. So I got Hunk of Junk, Millennium Falcon, to commemorate the first book that I was a part of, which was Star Wars. The most recent book I'm a part of is sitting over here. That's my sweater. Yeah. Anyway. So I got this one to commemorate. And then, this one is Saucy, which we got for my husband. You can fill in the blanks. It's a work pen, because that's how he feels about work stuff most of the time. So yeah, of course. And then we also saw some really cute alpacas that were part of this stable. And if you want to look them up, they were really cute. I'll try to put in a little bit of video of them mewing at each other. I showed you the zombie box from last time, and this time I have another. I started knitting with that yarn. So this was, oh, I'm not done. I finished my Christmas socks. Okay. It's all that floof. I'm sneezing because of the floof. Very excitingly, I finished my little elf socks. I did end up gifting the pair that matched this to my niece. So I need to make a new pair for baby. And I've got some ideas. I have yarn and I have the green, so we're fine. But I did like that they matched and they were done. But my my sock fairy came out and I just gifted them away. I'm compulsed to do it sometimes. It's so bad. Anyway, then I finished my husband's. So we have I'm Your Boyfriend Now, Nancy. I hand knit these top to toe on both. I feel like I need to say that because sometimes they are tubes. Like the stripes were tubes. These were not. These size 11.5s are hand knit. Hand knit. I'm super excited about them. I really am. They're really, really fun. So I do have more of this yarn so I can make a matching set for Nugget as well. So he'll have some Christmas socks in his box. I love Christmas sock box. Again, I want to put them on these cute little blockers that I got from Sleepy Chickadee. I want to point her out one more time. She makes these amazing little 3D printed. Go follow her. Even if you're not going to buy it right now, just go follow her because it's very cute. I still have the second one of these. It's really a sin when I start baby socks and like somehow they're not done. Blows my own mind. But these will be perfect. I'm still really enjoying them. Okay, so tuck that in there. Tucking. Okay, so then I grabbed these. Nope, that's not the tag. I think the tag's over there. Darn. Let's see, I think I can figure it out from here though. I got Vitalana Dusk 60/40 Surrey Alpaca, 231 yards, DK weight. Pretty much like bang on gauge for some of my sweaters and such, but this is Night of the Living yarn, which was a super fun one. I gave my friend some choices in colors of what she might like, and then I asked her if she wanted a hat or a cowl. Personally, a hat would have been just scrum, but she picked a cowl this year. Probably would wear it more, and that's fine. So I found, and I'll link the pattern down below because I can't remember if it's anywhere other than Ravelry, and I don't want to send you there if you don't want to go. So I will get the name of it, but I can't remember the name right now. It's a lot of holes up here. Anyway, I cast it on last night. Basically, you're starting from a small triangle down here, which I don't think I did right. I'm probably going to like fold it under and tack it and sew it because I don't love how it pokes out like in the front. Anyway, it's squishy garter in the middle, and you're kind of like doing little like slippy stitches on the side. It could be like a washcloth right now, you know, but what it's going to do is it's going to go here, and then it'll come up, and then you go in the round and you knit a row and purl a row, and you go up more, and then you bind off while doing decreases. There's more to it, but I'm working on size 9s. I want to say that before I forget. The pink ones are 9s, I'm pretty sure. The pink ones are 9s, and I'm holding it double to get this nice squishy fabric, and it will probably block out really beautifully, like very drapey, which I'm excited about. I was going to make a Radvent Cal again by Amba O'Brien, but I don't know, I felt like trying something new, and this one looked really pretty when it blocked out, so I'm giving it a go. It's just knitting in between, right? So I can zone out in the middle, do my increases where I need to, and then it's so bad, but I really don't even think I want to knit a row, purl a row. I think I might just knit the top flat and seam it. Like that would be less work in my brain. Modify. So I've got one of my cute little charms over here, little star, and the green is coming out really nicely. And I just started it last night, knit a few, and then I noticed that my pinky was feeling a little weird, so I stopped. And I'm going to use just pretty much all of this, so 231 yards. So I'm holding it double. All right. I've still got floof. This one is also floofy, and I've got floof in my nose. The other day I started, I am making Night Owl mittens to go with the Night Owl sweater and cowl. And I started them, and they look way better on camera, actually. One, I don't think my contrast is quite high enough. I wanted low contrast. This is too low. It's still too low. And this is the right one. So I'll put it on. So I was building the thumb. I was maybe 3 rows from the split, which means that roundabout I would have been here. Well, no, try that again. Roundabout I would have been here. I think, if you can tell, my gauge wasn't quite loose enough. Now, this is Lake Ice Lake, Frozen Lake from KnitPicks, and it is their, it's like a woolly, tags over there. It's like a woolly blend, and then I'm using KnitPicks Brava in white, I was holding them together. Again, they look like they're going to be okay. No. I wasn't loving the contrast. The stitches were getting sucked in. The tension wasn't right. I was just really not happy. So if you don't love it now, you're not going to love it later. I'm frogging this, but I didn't rip it out. I'm actually glad I didn't rip it out, because then I got to show you something, because it took 4 hours of my night to cast it on twice, do the thing, and then decide I hate it. So this is all getting frogged, but I wanted to show it off first. So there are mittens coming if you're interested. If anyone's interested in testing said mittens, please email me at badwolfgirlstudios.gmail.com. There we go. .gmail.com. Lord. Forgets how emails work. That's about the brain. And then I think that is, nope, liar, liar. I finished the planetarium. We have Mercury, which I'm throwing at you, which are all a little bit lumpy. My niece got a hold of them. I have Mars. Which is all kind of one color. So that was a red planet, but I really like him. And I have Pluto. Right? Are you Pluto or are you a moon? Nope, this is Pluto. This one's Pluto. And then this is a moon. There we go. And that was Gypsy shaking off and shaking the entire camera. So these are all the same size. I know statistically that's not correct, but I didn't want to give the baby something smaller than this to hold on to. These are perfect palm sizes. They're kind of like little balls for baby. I'm not turning mine into a mobile, so yes, it matters that they're too small or not. You could obviously knit smaller ones, mobile the whole thing, people aren't touching it, it's fine. But mine are for exploratory play and like tossing and squishing and playing with. So these are the final 4. That's the entire planetarium. They're all out now. Everything's been released. Thank you everyone who went ahead and got some. The pattern is on sale for a week under the coupon code Plushy Planets. And I hope that you have as much fun making your solar system as I did. And obviously they are also great as ornaments. So I'm thinking I'd love to make an alien spaceship. These ideas, right? But basically it would just be like Saturn, but smaller. So Saturn, but like Earth size. And then the bottom I would do like gray. And the middle I would do flat with rings. In the welt I would add beads to mimic the lights on like the saucer. And then I would do like white, maybe with some stellina for the top to mimic glass, or like a light blue to mimic glass, and finish it off that way. And then you could even duplicate stitch on before you get too far into the decreases. You could duplicate stitch on like a little alien face or something if you wanted to. And this is just like what's been going on in my head. And it wouldn't be a new pattern because that's basically everything that's already in there. It's just changing colors. So if I draw it up, maybe I'll just like include that little picture in to give you an idea. But I thought that would be a really cute ornament because you can hang it. The things my brain does. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy making that. If somebody does, please, love of the Lord, send it to me. I really, really want to do it. I've just gotten very distracted. Christmas gifts are kind of on my brain. Christmas sweaters are on the brain. I am learning to just like pull back a bit too, that I can't make everything that I want to. But I should finish some of these baby socks because they're really not that big and I should be able to get them done. Should. Anyway. Then at the Fiber Fest, I got I have 3 more here and the rest are in my Christmas bin and I don't remember exactly which ones they are. And my mom has some, so I'll have more to show after Christmas, but my birthday's coming up on the 17th of December and then Christmas on the 25th and then our due date's the 30th. So there's lots going on. We're gonna see how podcasting goes. There's a very high chance that there's like a quick something after Christmas and then you don't hear from me for like 3 months. It's a very, very high chance. But anyway, I got these 3 skeins. They are in my possession and I get to use them now. So I already used one, which was the Raspberry Romantic from Froggit. I also got some Rising Tide Fiber Co. Hold this one, which I have been working in the proximity of for a few years. We both worked the Fabioli trunk shows, and then I started working Fabioli, and then I wasn't doing trunk shows or Fabioli because pandemic. So yeah, lots of change. This is a tweed DK, 100% superwash, 231 yards, 100 grams. This is Swear to Be Over Dramatic. Wow, that's a Sagittarius if I've ever heard one. So it's this fantastic blue that I really, really, really love. And I think I just want to make a hat out of, but I might want to make like a color work hat, like something that would lend it to being really cute. So it does look very sweet with this white, as does the other one I got, which Patrick and I were both obsessed with. So this is Our Skein. And this is Spruce It Up. It's just such a good green. I could eat up a whole sweater quantity of this. Oh my gosh. Spruce It Up. It's so good. 1 hat, 2 scarf, 3 sweater. I would just nom 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 nom. So good. But I think I might make a brioche bandana cowl for Patrick and I to share with these 2 yarns. So I do have Froggit yarns here, hand-dyed in Pennsylvania, my home state. This is Beach Chairs, merino worsted, 100% superwash merino, 218 yards. So this is 218. This one is 231. So there's a little bit more of this. I might be able to get a ball ornament or something out of the extra that is left over from this. So I would use like as much of this as possible, and then yeah. So thinking that will be Beach Chairs, gorgeous. I was really really happy to find these match so well. I love it. So I have these 3 sitting here, and then we got the Thanksgiving. No, this is October, isn't it? This one's October, I'm pretty sure. I thought Halloween would have been Night of the Living Yarn, October, but I think this might have been September. Yeah, this was September, which makes this October. Okay, so October was the Fall Feast, and in here I was able to get these little like Fall Feast, like your project ingredients. Really cute. If you were writing something down for someone, these are Post-its. So you can just like write down notes and then slap it on things. I love Post-its. I love Post-its. But this orange is fantastic. So this is Pumpkin Spiced Everything. It's 90% wool, 10% neps, Aran weight, 150 yards, hand wash. And it is a fantastic orange that I think is going to be some pumpkin hats. And then I don't know where, like maybe mittens? torn, I don't know, but it's really, 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 really cute. And it went with the card like so beautifully. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Really am. So I love that. I'm very excited to work with them. I found one more finished object. Yes. Okay. I knit a bird of happiness out of the very leftovers of the hat. I think I had like a microgram left after this. So tiny. And so I thought we would add this to our tree. It'll be a memory of the baby hat that we brought the baby home in or something like that. And it'll be good. It'll all be good. Okay, and then my work in progress that I cast on that you have not seen any of is the Betty and Judy Lodge sweater by Poison Girls, who is Amy Apple. She does these fantastic retro kind of pinup sort of designs. I did not do puff sleeves. I just have a regular sleeve. So I'm going to go try this on to make sure that I put the sleeve cap in the right spot before I get too far. It has a keyhole back, which is supposed to close. My neckline is like, real tight. So I did go up a needle size for it, and I did try to do that gently, but I might end up doing like a crochet chain that is kind of long and then hooking it over the other side so that there's kind of like a bar in the middle rather than not. But I've done, okay, so I haven't done intarsia since last winter when I made Patrick a dinosaur putting a star on a Christmas tree sweater. And so I haven't done intarsia in a while. I was working with 4 balls because there were 4 leaves at the top. I probably could have gotten away with 2, but it was super awkward. So I did that. Then I learned how to bobble because I don't particularly like bobbles. They belong on Daleks, and that's about it in my opinion, but it's fine. I did them for the holly because they're little, you know, Christmas things, and they're up higher so they don't sit right on your chest, which I also appreciate. They're more up on my shoulders. So I think it will really benefit from blocking. I am using acrylic. I'm using the white for the top, and then I have wine for the body in white, and then I used the hunter green, which is like this green, for the leaves, and I'm really thrilled with it. I got a sleeve started, so it's really starting to take shape. I'd love to get it done this year so that I have it for next year and I don't have to worry about trying to make a Christmas sweater in the first year of figuring everything else out as well. I basically want it done. And it's not that I just can't wear my sweaters, it's just I have like a vision for this outfit and I want to make it work so bad. Like I want the whole vintage skirt and I want to do my hair cute and oh, I just want the whole thing. I do want to do something, I have a lot of red. I do want to do something for baby to kind of match. That would be in this cranberry color to match me, or in the cordial color to match Patrick. Now the sweater that I just finished in Tristan's yarn is actually quite close to Patrick's sweater color. So I also thought of making a Christmas dino roar. That's been on my wish list for a while, but I think it would look really cute on baby boy with a hood maybe, and I would probably aim for the 2 to 4 year size. I would do the second size in my patterns, or like the 1 to 3 area, to make it last longer. So that's all thoughts that I have, but I am very excited about this. I think it'll be really, really cute. And my heart is very happy when I get to dress vintage. It makes me, I don't know, it just makes me really happy So things to finish. I want to get this cowl done, but if I don't get it done in time, that's okay. And she will understand, and she will be very excited to get it when she does. The hat is done, the other hat's done, the other gifts are packed, I've sent coffee off. My mom's, I really wanted to make her those mittens. That mitten in particular is not the one that's going, but if I can get my ducks in a row, really, it would take 4 days, like 2 and 2, like 2 days of knitting to get a pair of mittens done for her. So really, I just want to use this white. I want to change the lake ice to a darker color, probably still gray, and then revisit. And I'm just looking at it, and I feel like I'm using the same numbers from my other mittens, so technically this should work. I don't know why it just looks so weird to me. Like, I just don't know why. So I just have to get through, I want to get through that and like figure out why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about that. She did say her coats are purple and navy, so I thought gray would go with both of them, but that particular gray is too light. So yeah. I also have homework to get done, so I have a bit of that to work on now. I'm arguing with some lamp posts, and then I have to let it render, and that'll take 5.5 hours, almost 6. And then I will be able to do the rest of the homework, which is in a different software, Nuke. And then you have to do the thing, all the instructions through there, which aren't working right now because my render isn't correct, the first one. And I have to dedicate the 6.5 hours. So if I start it now, it'll be done around 6, and I might be able to get a little bit of the homework done before the end of the day, and then submit tomorrow when it's due. Not ideal. I really like to get the renders done on a Thursday night or a Friday night so that I have more to do. Oh, stupid gnats. More to do later, but yeah. We shall see. Right now, I want to work on the cowl. I want to finish the Christmas sweater. Actually, I think I should dedicate myself to the cowl, but I'm really drawn to the Christmas sweater at the moment because it's something that is just making me happy. It's very hard to say no to things that are making your heart happy. So the mittens are the back burner. I do have the Seahorse, the Atlantica cowl for my mom's birthday. And then I have a pair of socks for Christmas. I'm hoping to work on a little bit more. If you're watching this, Mom, don't you dare spoil the surprise. Pretend you don't know. And I have some other ideas, but we're not doing a very crazy Christmas anyway, which is fine by me. I'm exhausted. I have a huge pile of presents here. I have a bag for Pat, I have a bag for my birthday, I have a bag for Mom, and then 2 friends here, and somebody else is getting a box because I'm gonna have to mail her a Christmas gift. And that is extent of my Christmas gifts. It's 3 friends, my mom, and my husband. That's it. So, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Oh, it's been an adventure. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all spliced together. I know I sneezed a few times, so I actually have to go through and catch all of those sneezes, which is just the worst. It's always the best when I have a great run and I know I don't have to cut things. So if I don't catch a sneeze, I apologize, but I promise I will have checked and will have tried. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. I can finally kind of clear this desk, clear this pile, and just hopefully get some stuff done and get some work done today. So it's been wonderful. I hope you are having a very nice November. I won't see you before Thanksgiving, so I hope if you celebrate American Thanksgiving that you have a nice day with family. Hopefully everybody is safe and well and healthy. I wish all of that for you, but reminding you to take it one adorable cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be. And I will see you soon.